Hi there, welcome to another Equity Trust virtual classroom session. In today's session, we're going to be talking all about how to pay for property expenses related to your self-directed IRA and 401k owned real estate. First, let's talk about the rules associated with paying for expenses. And this is really important to make sure that you proceed with caution so that you don't create a situation that could potentially compromise the integrity of the IRA. When your IRA or 401k owns property, your IRA or 401k is responsible for paying for 100% of all the expenses. And then all of your rental income and all of your profits from the sale of the property go directly back into the IRA. So funds going in and out of the IRA in order to preserve the highly tax advantaged nature of that self-directed IRA or 401k. So that's rule number one. Rule number two, if you personally pay for an expense, and then your IRA or 401k attempts to reimburse you personally, that could be considered a prohibited transaction. Why? Because you're a disqualified person to your IRA. So you want to make sure that your IRA or 401k is paying for all expenses. Rule number three that's important to understand is that as you are approaching a real estate transaction, you have to make sure that your earnest money deposit is paid for from the IRA or 401k. One of the most common mistakes I see investors make is they personally attempt to write an earnest money deposit and then after the fact attempt to have their IRA come in to or 401k come in to buy the property. All right. So with that aside, let's talk about how to actually execute on moving money from your IRA out to pay for expenses. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're going to buy a property for $100,000 and you're going to put $10,000 worth of work into that property and you're going to rent it out for $1,100 a month. So step one, you buy the property. Let's assume that your IRA or 401k owns the real estate. Therefore, your IRA or 401k pays for 100% of the expenses. And let's say you have a contractor payment. Let's say it's $2,000. So how do you go about getting a check from the Equity Trust self-directed IRA out to that contractor? Well, Equity Trust has an online portal. It's called My Equity, and it provides digital tools for our customers to process their real estate transactions and manage the real estate in their IRA and even collect rents from their tenants. So for the $2,000 contractor payment, the client would log online to My Equity. They would key in the relevant information. The check would be made payable to the contractor or their company. And then that check would be mailed out to wherever it needs to go. Maybe the client wants us to mail that check to their own address and then they deliver it to the contractor, or maybe we mail it directly to the contractor. So we have that functionality online through the online bill pay system. Now you're probably asking the question, well, what if I have to move very fast? What if my contractor needs money within 24 to 48 hours? Well, we do have the capability to overnight a check. We have the capability to send an ACH direct deposit. And we also have the capability to send a wire transfer. So there's a few different options that you'll have there to move very, very fast to satisfy the requirements that you have for your real estate transactions. All right, secondarily, we have a tool called Expense Pass. And this Expense Pass prepaid card allows you to accept either a plastic card that would be mailed out to you that's tied to your IRA, or you can take it in an electronic format. So you can have it in your smartphone device. And then with that, you have the ability to even upload it into certain cash applications. So on your smartphone device, if you have cash applications that you send funds to contractors or other individuals, you actually have the ability to upload this into many Cash App systems. And so you can send that money directly to your contractor. In this example, $2,000. That same prepaid card system will also allow you to pay for expenses at called the big box stores. So if you're buying a refrigerator, washer, dryer, materials that are going to be delivered to a job site, you can actually go to the professional desk at one of those stores. You can order your materials, have them delivered directly to the job site for your contractors to do the work, and you can use your prepaid expense card. You can also use that for utilities, taxes, insurance. And so this is a revolutionary way for self-directed IRAs to be able to process their real estate transactions, ultimately managing all their expenses directly from their IRA in a very, very efficient manner. So we're really excited about this Expense Pass program. We're very excited about the bill pay system that allows our customers to quickly and efficiently process their investments. Now, I'll also mention that we have a tenant payment portal. So your tenants can log into a system and through a direct deposit, they can send their rents directly back into the self-directed IRA. So I hope you enjoyed this short training video on how to pay for expenses appropriately, some of the rules associated with that, and then of course the tools, the technology, and the systems that we can provide to our customers in order to satisfy their individual needs. Until the next training video, keep leveraging compounding interest in the absence of taxation.